Why is Bitcoin rising today? One of the many reasons why this may be the case is because of the fact that the US dollar's hegemony is being questioned. It's being questioned, and there's this speculation that the BRICS countries are going to come up with a currency that will, give us a multipolar currency regime as against what we have right now, which is a unipolar one. So probably a bipolar regime, if not a unipolar one. So that those are some of the, but it's not really very clear how this is really connecting to the rise in Bitcoin. Maybe you can say the CBDC, that is central bank digital currencies and all that stuff, and then Bitcoin being out there already, a digital asset. So people might just say, since it's this, all of the speculations are there, I might just go ahead and buy some Bitcoin, buy one of them, and all that stuff. That's, to some extent, that may be what is driving this spike in price. It's been, you can see that this is a 1 minute live chart of Bitcoin. It's so volatile right now as I speak. So we also learned today, the 12th of April 2023, that the renminbi, that is the China's currency's share of trade finance, has more than doubled since the invasion of Ukraine. Analysis by the Financial Times has found a surge that analysts say reflects both greater use of China's currency to facilitate trade with Russia and the rising cost of dollar financing. So trade finance data from SWIFT, the international payments and financing platform, shows that the renminbi's share by value of the market had risen from less than 2% in February of 2022 to 4.5% later on that year. So those gains put China's currency in close contention with the euro, which accounts for 6% of the total global trade. But both are, however, still a tiny fraction of the dollar share. This stood at 4.3% in February of this year, 2023, down from its 6.8% earlier, a year earlier. So the Chinese currency's growing share of trade finance, in which lenders extend credit to facilitate the cross-border movement of goods, represents a boon for Beijing in its drive to accelerate renminbi internationalization, and a stark challenge to the West, which has sought to use sanctions to bar major Russian financial institutions from utilizing SWIFT. So to some extent, you can actually say, yes, maybe these the measures, the sanctions that the US has placed on China or Russian banks, to a minor extent, is maybe exacerbating this drive to maybe buy Bitcoin and all that stuff, remotely to some extent. But another much more related issue is the fact that there was this flight to presumed safety in Bitcoin as a result of the wider troubles in the global banking sector. We all know what happened with SVB and First Republic and all that stuff, and Silvergate, and also to some extent, those may have contributed to the spike in Bitcoin. And this spike didn't just start this week; it started from late March of this year, 2023. So, amongst other things as well, the reduced prospect of U.S. banking turmoil as well. As investors have now been encouraged by the possible reversal of the Fed's interest rate hikes, which usually places pressure on risky assets like Bitcoin. So the encouragement of a possible reversal of interest rates is another reason maybe people have started to buy up Bitcoin. But some other experts will tell you that the Fed is not going to reverse rate hikes. They are not really going to reverse it until inflation is sufficiently tamed. So it could be the case. Why it could be, if they're speculating that the Fed is going to reverse it, that could be the case. That's whether they're going to do so is also a totally different issue altogether. So right now, as we speak, you can see Bitcoin is currently trading at just $30,000. It's been so volatile. In less than a few seconds ago, it was just high up there at 30,019, and indeed also a lot of other stocks that are proxies to to Bitcoin are also doing well as well. We know that Marathon, is currently down at $9.99 in this pre-market session. Yesterday, the 11th of April, we reached around $10 or thereabouts. So it's been in a strong bullish trend of late as well. Since, as a matter of fact, since late December of last year, so that the stock has been in a strong bullish trend. So it's been rising. And there's also a lot of skepticism towards the stock as it concerns its market, its short interest of around 27%, which has actually risen by around 12% of late as well. So stocks like Marathon is amongst other ones, also gaining, doing well in sympathy and consolidating its bullish trend that started over a quarter ago. So other ones like HUT, Hot 8 Mining. Let's see what's going on in it. Let's see HUT. Okay, it is down as well. It's down to $1.92 in this pre-market session, and indeed a lot of them. So to a great extent, I think I will conclude that maybe it's probably driven because of the financial difficulties some of the banks in US had. That may have been the reason why Bitcoin has gained a lot of value, and indeed to some extent as well the fact that the renminbi is gradually gaining strength as it concerns global trade and all that stuff, trade financing. So see what you make of all of these, and I'll continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.